Stop sign.
This is one of those times where whatever cake recipe you want to do, we just need to start with a sheet cake and a good frosting, and we can make it into just about any shape we want.
You can also make all those parts ahead of time, which I love. You can make the cake ahead of time, you can make the buttercream, you can even freeze your cake, and you can refrigerate the buttercream, right? And then just bring it back to temperature and whip it up.
Yes, absolutely. Sometimes I leave it at room temperature for a few hours and then just mix it again a little while. And you can get some information about that, reconstituting buttercream, piping, and even how to mix different cake batters on my show, Bake It Up a Notch.
It's all there for you. Don't worry.
The cake is already in the fridge. We already have our frosting made. Like you mentioned, we can do everything ahead. So I'm just gonna get all those things out, and I think you should go take a little breather, and I'm gonna hang out with Artie because I am a giant Artie fan and I cannot wait. Okay, cake. Let's cake. So I'm gonna cut it in half, and I use the parchment paper.
I'll cut it in half.
You wanna cut it in half?
Yes.
Actually, I'm just gonna make a mark first. You wanna use your spatula, make a mark down the middle of this. See where this line is? I'm gonna do it. Yeah, you can use that. That's good. Ooh, yes, just like that. Ooh, perfect. We nailed it. Now we've got a mark. Now, want to take the paper off for me? Like a magic trick? Beautiful. Get rid of that. We don't need it. Okay, I'm gonna cut it in half now. Here, will you help me? Because it's sharp. Help me. That's pretty good. Actually, that's doing a really good job of cutting. Can you make sure I cut all the way through? Thank you, that did it. Now we're gonna do something kind of fun. I'm gonna turn it onto this cutting board.
Oh, whitey cool.
Upside down, this way. Now you wanna do the magic trick again? Beautiful. And we don't need this anymore either. So we have two pieces and we're gonna frost them together.
And I'm gonna eat it.
Yep, but we're gonna make it look like a dinosaur first.
Let's play hide and seek.
Okay.
Too late.
I'm gonna make a cake sandwich up here, but...
Cake sandwich. Can I try some of that?
I think, yeah, I think so.
How many malt balls did you have before we started shooting?
1.
Really? That's it?
100? 1 dozen?
You're actually doing a really good job with that. I don't know.
Oh, hi.
Both Brimley and Artie are just like, we are making this our own today. Now, here comes the sandwich part.
Okay, sandwich.
Ready? And this is making it look like to everyone that I have no authority.
Yummy.
And that is true. I am the fun aunt, and I will sugar your children up, and then I will send them right on back home with extra cake for tomorrow to do it all again. Okay, let's frost this. I'm having a hard time being the frosting police.
Frosting police.
Frosting police!
No.
Yes, frosting police. No more frosting eating afternoon. That's what we say is the frosting police. Well, we'll give you a frosting ticket. It is made of frosting though, so try not to eat it. The frosting police don't have jurisdiction in Brooklyn, only in New Jersey, and unfortunately, I'm gonna have to talk to the sheriff about this.
Artie?
Mr. Policeman? No way.
Excuse me, that's Mrs. Policeman to you. I mean, woman. My comebacks are not on par. I think we're done here. We're gonna put this one in the fridge until the frosting is firm. So for a cake this size, it might be about an hour, but I would err on the side of waiting a little longer, because remember, just because it's cold on the outside doesn't mean it's cold all the way in the center, and we need the whole thing nice and firm. So an hour, maybe 2 hours, and if you could put it in the freezer, that works great too. Frosting police, away!
Yikes.
Our cake has been chilling for, what do you think, Artie? It was while we ate lunch, right? So like an hour. So now it's ready. We're gonna carve it. And I mostly know that it's ready because when I put my hand on it and like pull it away, the icing is firm enough that it's not sticking to my hand. So I've got a paring knife and I also made myself a little stencil. I cut this out on a regular piece of printer paper first, and then I traced it onto parchment paper. Okay, I'm gonna start cutting. I'm gonna start with his head, Artie. So I'm kind of making little incisions, and this is the hardest part, which is one of the skinnier places, his neck. So I actually even just went in with my hand. So now that I got his neck cut out, now I'll just keep going around. And it's kind of easier to work in like little pieces at a time. So like these spikes will be an easy part to cut out. That looks like a good piece for someone. Baki's like, yes. Hardest part of this process is just being patient enough to get to the rest of the frosting. Or maybe this show is called A Hoot and a Half. That's something my great aunt used to say. And I think Artie's a hoot and a half. Oh, his tail got a little messed up there. Where I was trimming away, I got it a little too thin, but we can just kind of patch it by molding some cake. So what I'm gonna do is come to my cake scrap pile here, and I'm actually basically gonna make like a makeshift cake pop. And this sounds and looks a little gross, but I have clean hands. And I'm just gonna kind of turn the cake and frosting into Play-Doh for myself. And I will literally just smush it right in here. It's just gonna be a little temperature sensitive because it's warm now from all that heat in my hands.
Erin, what would you do with all those scraps?
That is a great question. I would probably make cake pops. And what's cool about that is if you're making this for like someone's birthday or special occasion, you could bag up the cake pops and give them as favors.
Cute.
And then you could make them with all the extra sprinkles and things you already got out too. Like
I got
all the
some sprinkles.
Yeah, I know you do. Okay, do you want to take off this piece of paper?
Yeah.
Whoa! Okay, wait, let's show the camera.
Ooh, dino cake.
I'm not ready for dinos.
You're not. He's not ready. And you know why? Because this needs to chill again before we can frost it. Just for like 30 minutes this time. It doesn't have to be as intense. We just
So
want
I can watch walls.
It's time for a little bit of a break. I'm gonna put it back in the fridge and we will come back, but we're gonna color our frosting while it chills this time. Rainbow?
Green.
Green. Perfect.
Like a zombie.
Like a zombie. Perfect. So we have a rainbow zombie blue dinosaur.
No. We forgot one color.
What color? Oh, for the eyes and the mouth?
Yeah, and a head.
Oh, well, the head could be the same color as the body.
How about orange?
Orange. Orange, green, blue, and rainbow. For
And
these.
green.
And green.
I
Got
wonder
the green. The first thing I'm gonna do, I think, is just go around the sides with our main frosting color, which is the blue. And then we'll pipe over it, but just to kind of give this a crumb coat to make sure everything is totally like,
a book.
yeah, all together.
Dinosaur, goodbye.
So you don't have to be too precious, especially with the crumb coat. So we're just basically applying the frosting and scraping it pretty thin against the curves of the cake. And like with these tougher spots, I might even just go in and not be using the frosting the way I normally would. I might just like do a little swipe up like that, just so I make sure I get an even coating in that spot. Okay.
What about the rainbow?
We're gonna do that now, I promise. I just had to do all of that stuff. Okay, now we're gonna put all the other colors in bags. I'm gonna put this in the fridge one last time, and then we're gonna put all the colors on. And all the sprinkles. Okay, last time in the fridge.
How do you get it all?
I think your nose is permanently yellow.
Let's see.
It looks cute though.
We filled these pastry bags with our frosting, and oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Okay, so while Artie is doing this, I will tell you We have instructions on how to fill pastry bags on my piping episode of Bake It Up a Notch, so you can check that out. And you can always use things like rubber bands or little binder clips like this to help keep it closed at the top, which can be helpful for kids because, as you can see, Artie is squeezing this bag kind of all over the place, and if it's not nice and secured, that frosting could come out the back. But because we've got it nice and secure, he's able to pipe away with great joy. You want me to smooth that out?
I'll
No.
do that.
Okay. That's what I thought. I didn't want to ruin anything beautiful that you had done. One of the things that I'm doing here is this style of piping where you basically just pipe small dots of color. It makes it a little bit easier than trying to spread certain colors in certain places, and you can build them on top of each other really easily. This is sort of commonly done with star tips, and you can pipe lots of little stars, but I just wanted to show that you can actually achieve a really similar effect and without any tip at all, just piping little rounds kind of all over the cake. So I'm starting with the base color, which is our blue, and because we did the crumb coat in the blue, we won't miss, even if it's not perfectly iced all over, we won't see any mistakes kind of down below it. Okay, I think we're done with the blue. Which of the spikes do you want to be yellow? Like that one and that one, or tell me which ones?
This one, this one, this one, this one.
Okay. The first three.
Silver, key.
Whoops. Whoops again.
What a funny me.
What?
What a cookie. I cook with this every day. Every day.
I want you to hold it up here, and I'm gonna hold it down here, and then show me where we should put some dots, like right there. Yeah, that's good.
But I really want for the head.
Oh, you wanted orange for the head? I'm sorry. Let's make his head orange.
Funny me, you. Funny you.
So you want me to do his whole head in orange?
No, I'll do it.
Okay. I think that's pretty good. But you want to just smooth it out a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh. I like him with an orange head. Should he have an orange head and orange polka dots, or should we do the polka dots in a different color?
Different color. Okay. What about the sprinkle?
Oh, as polka dots and the eyes, and we'll make him some eyes. Okay, put the eye on. Let's do one other thing here. Let's make him some toenails. What color should his toenails be? Green. I like that choice.
And it's the color of zombies.
Yep. I think we might be done, unless you want me to give him a mouth.
I mean, okay.
Well, his mouth is a little special, just like his eyes. But you know what? He is undeniably a dinosaur. Did we do it? Nailed it. Are we best friends now? Nope. I'll have to try again. It's okay. That'll be the next episode.
Let's make some spooky ghosts.
Some spooky ghosts.
And spooky zombies.
Spooky zombies. That sounds like our Halloween episode next year.
It's a dinosaur cake with lots and lots of sprinkles.
I love it.
Right.
And what is the name of this dinosaur?
Felix.
Felix!
All right, I'm gonna cut Felix's head off.
For me.
The whole head?
Yes.
I think I'm gonna cut the head in half.
He's broken like a zombie.
Yep.
Ooh, look at that beautiful cake. It's perfect.
We got good layers there.
Yeah, you did. For you, sir. Actually, you know what? We should have served our guests first. We're very
I've
rude.
eaten a lot of frosting too. You may have misunderestimated.
For you.
Thank you.
How does it taste, Artie?
good.
I am excited because I still was a little nervous that he might not want to eat the cake after all of that, even though the frosting was a good sign.
Mmm.
Mmm.
That is a good dinosaur.
Mmm. That's the best dinosaur I've ever tasted.
Delicious. Much better than the dinosaur kale we cooked last episode.
I'm Artie, and I think you should watch Cook and a Half. It's my favorite show. Other than Bake It Up a Notch, which is also a great show. You should watch both of those on Food 52 and like and subscribe while you're at it.
That was funny.